Hey everyone, it's me Tommaso here with another Sea of Thieves video. There is a lot to talk about today guys, because recently Rare shared a lot of new and exciting changes and improvements to our Beloved Pirate game that are coming next week alongside the Season 10 update. So let's get into it.
Hello and welcome to a very special episode of Sea of Thieves News. We've got terrifying
Very special episode guys, very special.
And an update from Drew
Spooky animals.
on hit registration, sword
Oh, we love
combat
Drew.
and more. And it's extra special because we're on the cusp of a new season. That's right.
New season!
Season 10 is nearly here!
Yes! What is that guy doing with the sword? Look at him. Look at him.
That's right. Season 10 is nearly here!
Look at this guy. He's having the best life. Alright, let's see guys. Sea of Thieves news.
Season 10 of Sea of Thieves starts next
Hey,
week
John.
on October 19th, and there's plenty to get stuck into. There's over 100 levels of new
Oh
rewards
yes,
to
please.
start
New
unlocking
season
through your
pass
seasonal
or
progression,
Thunder Pass.
as well as the introduction of guilds. With guilds, you'll be able to play with others under a shared identity.
Guilds. Alright guys, I think this is going to be a really cool thing to like smaller communities. I don't think so like the big streamers can like profit anything about with this about this, but we'll see how it goes. But I really like the customization. So finally you can actually customize things, and I really hope this banner that you make can seeable in the game, like when you use the spyglass, for example, right?
Creating meaningful social bonds, all while engaging in a new
The black
progression
back.
route that'll
I really
unlock
like
some
the sail.
incredible
That's
new
a really
rewards.
nice
That'll
sail.
unlock engaging in a new progression.
I really like it. Figurehead, it's alright. And the ship hull is quite nice, but the sails are the best, I think. I really like those.
Route that'll unlock some incredible new rewards. And then in November, we're releasing the Skull of Siren Song, a new type of competitive voyage where you'll battle against other crews. We're releasing the Skull
Did you say
of
new
Siren
rewards?
Song rewards. Some incredible new rewards.
Okay, so
And then in November,
as a guild, you can actually earn more rewards. Like progressing through milestones, I guess. It's quite cool like that.
we're releasing the Skull of Siren Song.
Skull of
a
Siren
new type
Song.
of competitive voyage where you'll battle against other crews in an action-packed race.
It's really weird because some content creators call this voyage a world event, and as far as I understand, this is not a world event, this is a voyage, right? Because he just said a voyage, competitive voyage.
Of competitive voyage.
Competitive voyage.
Competitive voyage.
Competitive voyage. It's not a world event.
Against other crews in an action-packed race to be the first to claim a powerful ancient artifact.
But I wonder how you can actually activate this.
Then in
Like,
December,
you have to do like a specific task, like the Fort of the Damned or something.
Sea of Thieves either alone or with up to 3 of your friends.
Safer
outside of
seas.
the shared world.
Yeah, safer seas. We obviously we knew about this as well. I think it's going to be a cool way to play the game. Like if you absolutely don't want to like meet any other people, you just wanna play by yourself for a day or something. That's gonna be the perfect way to play the game.
And when Season 10 launches on October 19th, we'll be adding new items to the Outpost
New
stores.
outpost stock.
With the Gold Leaf ship set.
Okay, so this is not an Emporium, or these are not Emporium items. So this will be purchasable at any outpost, the shipwright or the specific merchant or shop, I guess. The weapons, for example.
Weapons. You can show that your passion for shiny things doesn't just end
Shiny.
with buried treasure. It may cost a pretty
I like the
penny, but
sniper.
then stay
And
on
with the whole set looks nice. I don't really get this figurehead, to be fair.
This season, we've got an exciting selection of new items with the optional Season 10 Plunder
Okay,
Pass.
Plunder Pass.
With the Stormfish Chaser
So this is a
Selector
whole
ship set.
So this is a whole ship set. You get the figurehead, and the hull color or skin, the sail, the flag, maybe cannons and capstan and wheel
You'll
also.
have everything you need to battle the elements and navigate
Yes,
the roughest
capstan,
seas.
cannons, cannon flare,
With
so it's a full set, and the helm
Other
also.
crews will know there's
Okay.
a storm brewing
So this is a
when they
full
see
set
this
that you
ship
get.
on the horizon. Now let's go over to Drew for new
Drew,
information
let's
about
go.
some exciting updates coming to the game.
Let's go. It's gonna be interesting,
Hey
guys.
everyone.
Hey,
I
Drew.
wanted to give a bit of an update today across a range of hot topic issues that focus around the core game health. of
I
Sea of
like the
Thieves.
background music.
We've got to start off, if we talk about hot topic issues, with our old favourite, hit registration. I'm not going to talk
okay.
about how complicated hit registration is as a thing to go and fix. Instead, I'm going to focus on what we're doing and why you should be excited about it. So we've had a strike team invested in hit registration as a
Strike
space
team.
for about 6 months. That team has been working
6 months? They spent already half a year working on this. Okay, that's exciting.
on a range of small improvements that together we feel should make a meaningful improvement to the experience of hit registration out in retail. We've been gaining confidence slowly but surely using insiders as we've built that set of changes up. And actually, as part of our August and September's updates, we've released some of those improvements behind the scenes out into.
Wait a second. So, did you just say some of these fixes or improvements are already in the game? I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing, because it's been really bad recently. But I think he's talking about like only the hit registration and not the server and the health and other topics, because it's really bad. But anyway.
To retail. The best wins that we've seen in this space are encounters between players that are at long range. So think players that are
Long
20
range.
plus
So he's
meters
talking about
apart.
sniper
we
shots.
We are reaching a point more generally now where 9 out of 10 shots that you fire that hit on the client also now hit on the server.
That'd be
There's been
amazing.
some great work from the team so far, but we continue to invest in this space. Ultimately, we don't feel like we're done yet. If we consider that 1 in 10 shots that you fire still doesn't hit and land and give you that satisfaction, it's not good.
Like, look at this man, guys. He's so fucking passionate about this. Like, it's like you can just tell, like they're doing everything to fix or improve the game.
Enough. So we're going to be continuing to invest.
It's
in
not
hit
like they
reg
don't
and
care
assess what
about
we
it
can
at
go do
all.
to improve the experience further. So next up, let's talk about cheating.
Cheating.
So there's 2 things that I want to update on here. The first one is that we're continuing to work reactively on issues and vulnerabilities that are surfaced. Most recently,
that's the way,
there was
for
a
sure.
teleportation issue that was kind of heavily affecting Hourglass PvP.
Oh, yes.
Has been improved in a previous update. This set of changes, in addition to the teleportation fix, has reduced
That was so
the
dumb.
reports of cheating that have reached our player support team by about 30%. So a significant reduction in cheating reports. But we know they're still there. We know that the cheat.
I really hope, obviously, I don't think so this is the case, but some people just stopped reporting these because they say it's kind of pointless.
Cheating space is an arms race between us as developers and the cheat developers. So while we continue to work reactively in this space, we are also now.
Yeah, so technically he's saying they're never going to or will be able to like fix like the cheating problem like 100%. Like none of the multiplayer games could ever, as far as I know, solve the cheater problem. There will be always cheaters in multiplayer games. So that is the thing. That's human nature, right? Some people just want to destroy every nice thing, and this is what happens.
Now investing in integrating an industry-leading anti-cheat solution into Sea of Thieves.
Okay, so industry-leading anti-cheat solution. So if you Google the thing about he and I just said, you can pinpoint which solution they're going to use, and it makes sense because they already use this in other like Xbox titles. Like for example, Halo: The Master Chief Collection uses that kind of anti-cheat. and Gears 5 using the exact same anti-cheat. So I guess it just makes sense to use the same.
We intend to cut cheating off at its roots. We're not in a place where we're going to share more of the details or the specifics or when this implementation is.
I wouldn't expect the anti-cheat this year. I think it's gonna happen next year, and I don't think like early next year. I would expect this to be happen around maybe June, like mid-year or something, like in the summer. But we'll see.
Is coming because we don't want to show our hand to potentially nefarious
Yeah,
groups
that's
that could use
understandable.
it to their advantage. But we will share more on this when we're ready. We are committed to improving the experience for players in this space. So we've talked
Beautiful.
hit reg, we've talked cheating. Let's talk about player combat. Most
Player
notably,
combat.
let's talk about swordplay.
Swordplay.
Season 10
Let's go.
introduces a range of fixes and improvements to sword combat with
so-
the goal of improving the
Okay, so these are coming with the season next week on the 19th.
smoothness and flow of sword combat, making sure that attacking and defending is a consistent experience for all. In Season 10, attackers that land the first hit in a sword combat encounter will now retain the combat advantage to be able to finish their combo.
Okay,
This is going to force defenders that take that first hit to begin to think about defending about blocking,
immediately,
about moving to move out strikes. We feel confident that with this change, this should smooth out the experience of swordplay and make.
So most of the problems with the sword that I encountered in this game recently, especially in the last couple of months, is the blocking. The blocking is really buggy, and sometimes it just completely doesn't work. I have a clip. I was bored in a brigantine, and there was only one guy who kept bucketing his boat, and the only thing he did is just bucketing, and was slashing this player from behind. And you clearly could hear the blocking sound when you block with sword, but he had his bucket in his hand. So he was bucketing and blocking my fucking sword slashes with his bucket. That was so triggering.
Make it much more clear who has the advantage in the encounter. So we've talked about attacking, let's talk about defending. As part of Season 10, the blocking experience in sword combat is now much more consistent and much more reliable. Defenders that are holding up a block should be able to feel confident that an attacker attacking from anywhere in front of them, or even right in front, or even inside them, will be able to consistently defend from that attack. Across sword combat more generally, this update also improves the general consistency of feedback when hitting players with your sword at the maximum range of the sword. Previously, you might get feedback that indicated that you'd hit, whereas the player on their side were too far out of range and didn't receive the feedback. As part of this update,
this happened yesterday multiple times.
If you see that player flinch, they will have taken damage. So from sword play to gunplay. Now, this is a controversial one. Season 10 is going to remove the benefit that some players gained when equipping two ranged weapons, when they used a technique to switch between those weapons and fire two shots faster than intended.
I think this is a massive win also, because so it looks like they're trying to, like, I don't know if this is considered like an exploit or something. I mean, in some way, I guess it is. But at the end of the day, they've tried to fix this multiple times. Like, this is like maybe the fourth or fifth like iteration of this fix. So it's not a new thing. They've tried this, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, and they solved a couple of things by staying in the game. So now looks like they finally solved it. I did not really have problems with it. And honestly, in a combat, when we play, or I play solo, we mostly rely on the boat, because this is a pirate game, right? So it's not just like you have most of the times a team and you have a ship to use. So this is what we rely on.
With the next update, players might find that they can still cancel that animation, but the important thing is that the time between firing those shots will be consistent with the regular shoot. So
this means it's going to work as the speed bucket or the X bucket, or the bucket cancel when you scoop your boat. So you're still able to cancel the animation, but you won't be able to scoop twice in a certain amount of time.
Players actually who try to quick switch in the old technique may actually find that it takes longer to get off that second shot. We appreciate that changing something that has become muscle memory for a lot of players is a challenge, but we feel confident that this levels the playing field for all players that are using two-range.
To be fair, I don't think it's going to cause any problems for most of the players, because you can get used to this change like incredibly quick, in my opinion. So I don't think they're gonna suffer because of this change, obviously.
Ranged weapons as a weapon loadout, not just those who have mastered the technique. We're steadfast in resolving this issue. So as part of this section, I've talked quite broadly across a range of hot topic issues.
Oh yes.
At least some of these will have affected part of your experience playing Sea of Thieves. Most of this work has actually been achieved by a new team that we've brought on board. That team has a key focus on improving the health of the game experience. We feel much more confident as we look ahead to the future that we can do a much better job of staying on top.
That's amazing. That's really good news.
Delivering more regular improvements.
So technically, they hired a completely new team just to focus on bug fixes and like the overall health of the game. That's a massive win. That's amazing. That's good news. I think this is the best news, to be fair.
Improvements alongside our seasons. Well, I think that's enough from me. If you have any questions, please don't contact
us
personally on social media.
Damn.
Take care and see you on the seas.
Hey Drew, thank you for the news. Really good news.
As the days get shorter
John is
and we
back.
head into the season of spooks and spectres, we are bringing a
Halloween
selection
stuff.
of
Nice.
spine-tingling new items to the Pirate Emporium.
I like the spooky stuff in games. I think it's really fun. Oh shit, there's a fucking meat grinder. Costume. Oh, that was like a Warhousing costume. Spooky dogs. Creepy ones. Click, click, click. It's got no bullet. Sniper looks cool. Pistol as well. I don't know what do I think about the pets, but I like the costumes and weapons.
Will be available in the Pirate Emporium when Season 10 launches on October 19th. And over on the Rare Store, we've got a spectacular selection of new merchandise to celebrate the annual Festival of Fear. We've had unconfirmed reports that some items may be cursed, but I'm sure it's fine. And on October 13th, fire up your favorite music streaming service
Haunted
and send
Fortress.
a shiver down your spine with the latest addition to the Sea of Thieves soundtrack, Haunted Fortress.
Beautiful. Available now.
In addition to this bone-chilling bounty of newness, if you're looking for something more on the bright and happy side, but that can also stop a fearsome phantom in its tracks, you can grab the Paradise Garden Blunderbuss from the Pirate Emporium.
So we got this sword, we got the pistol, now we have the blunderbuss. I wonder why they chose this set.
That's it for another episode. If you like what you just saw and you want to stay up to date with everything Sea of Thieves,
thank you, John.
Remember to like,
that was
subscribe,
amazing.
And toll the bell for all those glorious...
Alright guys, I think this is a massive win. Like, honestly, as you can see, Season 10, I mean, I wouldn't, maybe it would be really cool to have the anti-cheat coming out in Season 10, but I wouldn't expect this at launch. But yeah, Season 10 anti-cheat, hit reg improvements, that contains either the sword or both the sword and the guns as well. So I think this is a massive win to the game and to the players. Honestly, like they looks like they managed to finally fix or at least improve the overall Sea of Thieves experience. So that's a massive win. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video and hope you see you next time. Bye bye.